Welcome back to the In Case You Miss It series for the Line
Welcome
Life
to the
podcast.
Line Life podcast. I'm
Today
Jeff Postlewaite, the T&D World.
That was featured
Today,
in the
we're bringing you
November
more stories of the grit, courage, and inspirational teamwork that it takes to be a line worker.
In T&D
Thank you for
World
tuning
magazine.
in to the T&D World Line Life podcast, produced by Endeavor Business Media, a division of Endeavor B2B. My name is Amy Fishbach, and I'm the head of content for T&D World and also the host of the Line Life podcast. Before I dive into today's episode, I invite you to become part of our Line Life podcast community by searching for the Line Life podcast in your favorite podcasting app or going to linelife.podbean.com and clicking follow in the top right. We air interview-style episodes on the first and third Fridays of each month, and also audio stories in our In Case You Missed It series featuring articles that appeared in our print magazine on the second and fourth Fridays of each month. If you have a comment on this episode or a suggestion for a future guest, please reach out to me. You can email me at afishbach@endeavorb2b.com or reach out to me on LinkedIn or Instagram at Lyman World. I'd love to hear from you. Now let's move on to today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us today for this episode of the Line Life podcast. For more than 75 years now, T&D World has shared the stories of utilities and their best practices and technologies and projects out in the field. T&D World is designed to be by utilities for utilities. And because a lot of utilities aren't competing with one another, we love to share stories of how utilities are coming up with new and better ways to do certain work methods, train their workforce, or use technology in an innovative way to solve real-world problems. If you have an idea for a story, I'd love to hear about it. You can reach out to me at afishbach@endeavorb2b.com so that we can help you share your story with our T&D World and Line Life podcast community. And now let's move on to today's audio story in our In Case You Miss It series for the Line Life podcast. Welcome back to the In Case You Miss It series for the Line Life podcast. Today I'm narrating an article that was featured in the November 2025 field-focused electric utility operations section in T&D World magazine. The article was titled Eversource Advances Workforce Training, and it was written by Alex Shazan Colborn and is narrated by me, Amy Fishbach. Eversource Advances Workforce Training. The New England utility is empowering its workforce with multimodal learning tools. The utility industry will need 600,000 new utility workers over the next decade and is moving from flat growth over the past 20 years to experiencing an expected growth rate of 15% over the next 5 years, according to the Center for Energy Workforce Development, or CEWD, 2023 Energy Workforce Survey. Today's utilities landscape demands a workforce who is continuously trained, highly skilled, and adaptable to changing technologies and industry practices. Eversource Energy, New England's largest energy delivery company, understands this challenge well. That's why the utility is undertaking a major transformation of its electric and gas training programs, which includes an innovative digital learning initiative. In 2022, Eversource began leveraging the power of multimodal content and ebooks and mobile applications from Index AR Solutions to modernize traditional training across a range of operational areas, from underground electric and substation work to gas maintenance and construction, corrosion, damage prevention, and others. The applications facilitate learning techniques that remove learning friction, particularly among younger generation of workers entering the workforce, through a combination of visual and auditory multimodal content. By the end of 2026, Eversource will have implemented about 85 digital training applications, which will help its field workers efficiently progress through their training curricula and support utility workforce development. Tablets carry classroom concepts into the field. The collaboration between Eversource and Index AR Solutions included a field engineering and field communication project, a comprehensive initiative that created dozens of custom books and mobile apps designed in close collaboration with Eversource's subject matter experts. These tools are available to be used during instructor-led training and self-paced learning environments, accessible on tablets and laptops that workers and trainees can use at their convenience. Ultimately, this type of content creation is not about replicating what is already in a binder. Rather, it produces a living, breathing training resource through its multimodal nature that takes advantage of preserved experience and evolves with the workforce. This can help create a training environment that is flexible, immersive, and reflective of real-world tasks, as well as user-friendly. It also makes learning accessible wherever and whenever it is needed, whether in a classroom, at home, or on the job site. Programs undergoing digital transformation. By 2027, Eversource will have digitized training for the following programs: overhead electric, underground electric, substation, electric meters, damage prevention, field engineering and field communications, gas meter service, corrosion, and gas maintenance and construction. These programs represent core competencies for the utility's electric and gas operations. Transitioning them into digital formats not only improves knowledge retention, but also enhances safety and efficiency across the board. For instance, in the underground electric training, workers can visualize the internal components of a submersible transformer and practice numerous wiring configurations in a safe, instructor-led environment. The content-rich corrosion program teaches users about the different types of interference, how to test for it, and ways to mitigate it within a cathodic protection system. Looking ahead, the gas maintenance and construction apprentice training will enable workers to interact with step-by-step procedures for pipe installation, leak detection, and system shutoff, all through animated, touch-enabled experiences that promote greater understanding and muscle memory. Closing the experience gap. One of the main challenges facing utilities nationwide is a loss of institutional knowledge due to an aging workforce. As experienced technicians and engineers retire, there's a critical need to transfer their know-how to the next generation quickly and effectively. Digital training tools and development processes are designed to capture and codify that knowledge. For a gas technician apprentice, being told how to perform a task, such as tapping and stopping, is one thing. Being shown how to do it by a journeyman who is in the trench and executing it step by step is quite another. Through interviews, real-world footage, and subject matter expert input, digital models can encapsulate best practices and standardized procedures that new hires and seasoned employees alike can access anytime. This approach allows for continuous learning. Digital modules can be updated with new content, regulations, or procedures, ensuring the workforce remains aligned with current standards. Multimodal content also caters to different learning styles, meeting workers where they are. It acknowledges the reality that people learn in different ways, whether that is reading, watching videos, or by hands-on experience, supporting a full range of learning styles and fostering greater engagement. Most importantly, these tools contribute to safer operations. By practicing in a virtual environment first, workers can familiarize themselves with complex tasks and high-risk procedures before attempting them on equipment in the classroom and in the field. This reduces the potential for mistakes and builds confidence, both of which are crucial in environments where safety is paramount. A scalable model for utility workforce training. Eversource's commitment to deploying 85 training applications over 4 years reflects the company's long-term strategy focused on adaptability, innovation, and excellence in workforce development. Each module is customized to reflect Eversource's unique procedures, terminology, and equipment, making the content not only engaging, but directly applicable to daily operations. Furthermore, the use of tablets means the material can be deployed in remote areas, on job sites, or during emergency response situations, providing just-in-time learning whenever it is needed. Looking ahead, the utility industry faces unprecedented demand pressure from economic development and the increased interconnection of new energy resources and technologies, as well as growth in AI-driven data center development, electric vehicle infrastructure expansion, digital currency adoption, and more. Given those factors, along with the accompanying workforce transitions, incorporating technology and training is more essential than ever. Specific to Eversource, the company will continue to focus on developing advanced training programs that support frontline employees and enhance operational performance. And here's a little bit about the author. Alex Chazon Colborn is the Director of Technical Training at Eversource Energy, where she leads curriculum development and pipeline program development with local area community colleges. She has more than 20 years of experience in designing, delivering, and managing innovative training programs across various industries. And Line Life podcast listeners, if you're using technology in an innovative way, or if you're working on some interesting projects out in the field, I'd love to hear about it. Let me know what you're working on out in the field and in the office. I'd love to feature you and your utility in a future issue of T&D World magazine. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Line Life podcast produced by Endeavor Business Media, a division of Endeavor B2B. Be sure to subscribe or follow the Line Life podcast in your favorite podcasting app so new episodes will be delivered straight to you. For more insights, you can visit our website at tdworld.com/podcasts or linelife.podbean.com. You can also connect with us by following us on Instagram at Lyman World or on Facebook, LinkedIn, or X. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Line Life podcast.